Yeah, aloha guys, this is Jordan Kamikawa from Wailea Realty, Windermere, Maui. I'm a special guest on Lisa's amazing page, Live Love Maui, and today I'm going to teach you guys the pronunciation of Maui cities and towns. So if you've been wondering, I was born and raised here in Maui, so I think I got a pretty good handle on how to pronounce them. So I'm going to teach you guys how to say some of these names. If you didn't know, you're about to find out. So let's come check these towns out. So basically this is the map of Maui right here. Our beautiful island. We have West Maui here, South Maui, turns into East Maui up here, North, and so we're gonna start at West Maui right here. So this top town is called Kapalua. So that's Kapalua up here in the top. Napili is right below it. Kahana is down here. And a lot of these, West Maui and South Maui, are resort area towns, so you find a lot of vacation rentable condos and hotels out in these areas. If you go a little further down, there's a small little one called hoh-noh-koh-WHY. Hoh-noh-koh-WHY is right here. Further down, some of you may have stayed in this area if you've come to Maui. This is kah-nah-PAH-lee. A lot of hotels. This is where the famous Black Rock Beach is as well. So very famous name right there. If you go further down, it's Lahaina. And Front Street is actually in Lahaina, which is a great shopping town, a bunch of great restaurants down here as well. And then you come around the coast down here. Let's see if you can get that. There we go. Oluwalu is a popular surfing spot. There's some cool little restaurants. There's Leota's, which is really cool down there as well. And as you come around the bend here, this is basically what we call the poly. So there's a two-lane road as you come around, and if you come from the airport, you come from this way, and you come down into the poly right here to get to West Maui. But as you're coming there, there's the harbor area right in South Maui, what I consider South Maui. It's Ma'alaia Harbor, and there's some condos and restaurants and stuff out in here. There's also the Maui Ocean Centers right next to Ma'alaia. So that's a really cool spot, and it's good to be able to know how to say that, Ma'alaia, when you go out there next time. And then now you're going to go into South Kihei, or South Maui. So one of the first towns that you're going to hit, or the first town you're going to hit, is Kihei. And this is where you'll find a lot of beaches and a lot of condos, a lot of restaurants, a lot of residential as well. But there's really nice beaches as you come down to Kihei. And then further south, you're going to come down and hit Wailea. And this is kind of a more upscale area. There's a lot of really nice hotels, a lot of really nice condos out here. Really nice golfing if you've ever been out here for that. And further south, you're going to hit Makena, which is some of the higher priced real estate in our market here. And if you keep going down, you'll see that you'll come down the coast here. There's Big Beach, also known as Makena Beach, if you head down here. And there's also Molokini. If any of you have ever snorkeled out in Molokini, it's really, really cool. You have to actually take a boat out there, but it's a small little crater, and it's pronounced Molokini. Off to the side, we'll just come up here. This is actually not technically part of South Maui. It's more of upcountry, the deep upcountry, but since we're right here, we'll just say this one. This is Ulupalakua, and this is a great little area after you hit Kula. We'll talk about that in a second. There's a really nice winery out there. It's called Maui Wine, and it's really green and lush out here, but it's basically perched above South Maui. So let's go back up here. This is what we consider Central Maui. So right here, this is Kahului. Okay, and this is one of the main central towns in Central Maui. Right above it is Wailuku. And in both of these towns, it's mostly residential. You're not going to find any vacation rentable properties out here. But there's a lot of good restaurants and a lot of good infrastructure and a lot of local homes and stuff like that. Further this way, you're going to wrap around the island. You're going to hit Wai'ehu and then Waihe'e. And there's a really cheap golf course out here. It's a municipal golf course if you ever want to go golfing, and oceanfront golfing out here. And then if you go further this way, there's kah-hoo-LOO-ah as you're coming around the back side of the mountain back into West Maui. All right. But if you were to head out this way, and this is where the airport is, you go further, start to head north, you're going to hit Paia. And if you've never been to Paia, you need to go check it out. It's a very unique town. It's got a lot of cool little restaurants. Charlie's restaurant is out there, flatbread pizza. Also, what's really cool is there's Ho'o-KEE-pah Beach Park, and has some of the, it's called the windsurfing capital of the world. It's really cool, especially during the winter season. There's a lot of big waves out there that happen, and that's, you know, a little short drive from the airport. So if you're venturing out that way, or if you're heading out to Hana, which we'll talk about in a second, people usually stop there. As you're going from there, let's head up country. Let's I'm directing Lisa this way. Let's come up this road. This is Pukalani. This is actually one of my hometowns where I grew up. It's called Pukalani, and this is what we consider upcountry Maui. Pukalani is mostly residential, and it's got nice little neighborhoods in here and nice little infrastructure. Makawao is the town next door, and this was actually a historic cowboy town. It's called Paniolo Town, back in I think the late 1800s, early 1900s. Makawao does have a really historic feel when you go up there. Definitely go and check this out if you go. There's a little town and a street that you go down, Makawao Avenue, and it's got some cool shops, cool restaurants, and it's got a really cool, different old style feel. Then you can venture into HY-koo if you go further. What is that? North?
Yep.
I guess, yeah, northeast. Yeah, HY-koo is a very more wet area. Not as much out here. There's a lot more homes that have a lot more you know, acreage and whatnot. And there's a HY-koo town is actually really cool though. There's a couple cool places when you hit in the middle of HY-koo, and I believe it's right around in this area. And then you circle back around. This is Paia again. This is your road to Hana, the famous road to Hana. As you'll see right here, I actually ran this once in the Hana relay, and it was crazy because look at all these turns and all that. And if you've never done the road to Hana, do it at least once just to experience it. But you'll hit some towns along the way: Huelo, Kailua, Kenai, which is a lot of people consider the halfway point, or around the halfway point to Hana, is one of the towns out here. Wailua, then you hit Nahiku when you're getting close to Hana, and you keep going down here. Hana Airport is out here, and then you're going to, right before you hit Hana Town, there's Wainapanapa State Park. There's actually cabins out here that you can rent for camping and whatnot. You have to reserve them online ahead of time. Make sure you do that. And there's also state park in here. And then you're going to enter Hana Town, which is basically one of the furthest, it's the furthest east town that you're going to hit. Really lush, really cool. There's a lot of cool hikes as you come down into here. 7 sacred pools, some other cool just sights to see out here. And you'll definitely not, you won't, it's like a rainforest out there. So if you've never been to Hana, make sure you make it out here. Take one day. It's a day trip for sure. If you can stay actually out in Hana, do that so you're not driving back all in one day. And when I was growing up, this road was actually under rehab, so you couldn't do the whole road all the way around. But now, supposedly the road is a lot better, and I've talked to people recently. I haven't done it, but you can drive around the whole way and come back on the backside. And so you're going to hit KOW-poh, which is a town if you're going east and going back into south. And you basically can keep going. KOW-poh is out here as well, and circle all the way back around. And you can actually drive and connect back into South Maui area and circle back around, full circle. So if that's something that you're wanting to do, make sure again you're planning a full day trip for that whole side. And then one other thing, we've got Haleakala, which is our big mountain, our biggest mountain on Maui, and this is the Haleakala crater. There's also the Haleakala National Park. And it's really cool to go up to the summit. I think it's about 9,000 square feet. I'm thinking real estate terms. 9,000 foot elevation or so. And then the other mountains, of course, are the West Maui Mountains. Easier to say for you guys. But this is Haleakala and West Maui Mountain. And if you didn't know, Maui's called the Valley Isle because there's 2 mountains and basically it's like a big valley. So fun fact for you guys. And that's pretty much most of the cities. Alright guys, time for a quick review. I'm going to start here. Kapalua, Napili, Kahana, Ka'anapali, Lahaina, Oluwalu, Ma'alaya, Kihei, Wailea, Makena, Ulupalakua, Molokini, Kahului, Wailuku, Kahaku'loa, Paia, Pukalani, Makawao, HY-koo, Kula, Haleakala, KEH-ay, Nahiku, and kih-pah-HOO-loo. So guys, hopefully that helped you guys out a little bit on your pronunciation of Maui cities and towns. And thank you guys for watching Lisa's amazing channel at Live Love Maui. Make sure you visit it on YouTube for other great content. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Aloha.